I'm Stephanie Lueras. I'm the owner of Heart and Soul Fitness and Wellness here in Lake Havasu City. I support people one-on-one and in groups with their fitness, nutrition, accountability goals, and more through personal training, group fitness, corporate education, motivational speaking, nutrition counseling, and group coaching. Today we're talking about nutrition in the workplace. But before you roll your eyes thinking about, I'm gonna be the food police and telling you to have your salad dressing on the side and eat this versus that, this isn't gonna be that kind of presentation. There's as many different kinds of definitions of health as there are people viewing this video and more, which means that optimal health is gonna be attained in very different ways. Just out of the very nature of which we're created, our individual bodies thrive on foods differently. Have you ever wondered why when we do those office weight loss challenges, people do the same diet in the same exact way and achieve vastly different results? It's because one of their body's ecosystems simply didn't respond to the restriction that diet provided. That's why there's thousands of diets out there, and the commercial diet industry is worth over $70 billion each year. Scientific studies have proven over and over again that 95% of diets with the intention of weight loss have failed. Have you ever wondered why when those office weight loss challenges happen and two people do exactly the same diet in the same way and achieve vastly different results? It's because one of those body's ecosystems simply didn't respond well to the restriction that the diet provided. This is why there are thousands of diets out there, and the commercial diet industry is worth over $70 billion each year. Scientific studies are proven over and over again that 95% of diets with the purpose of intentional weight loss fail. This is where the advent of the term that we've heard over and over again, lifestyle change, sets in to live a healthy life that meets our personal goals, health outcomes, and whatever that looks like for ourselves. Now, how does this relate to nutrition in the workplace? More than you think. We have our physical core needs that need to be met: sleep, hydration, hygiene, rest, movement, consistent eating. All of these core needs work in tandem to make our body, the machine, work in top form. There's as many different definitions of health out there as people that are viewing this video, which in turn means that optimal health is going to be attained in very different ways. Just out of the very nature in which we were created, our individual bodies thrive on foods differently. Have you ever wondered why when those office weight loss challenges happen and two people do the same diet in the same way and achieve vastly different results? Because one of those body's ecosystems just didn't respond to the restriction of that diet provided. There's thousands of different diets out there, and the commercial diet industry is worth over $70 billion a year. Scientific studies are proven over and over that 95% of diets with the purpose of intentional weight loss fail. This is where the advent of the term that we've heard over and over again, lifestyle change, sets in to live a healthy life that meets our personal goals, health outcomes, whatever that looks like for ourselves. Now, how does this relate to nutrition in the workplace? More than you think. We have our physical core needs that need to be met: sleep, hydration, hygiene, rest, consistent eating. All of these need to work in tandem to make our body, the machine, work at top form. If one area is falling short, others get pulled down with it, and our health begins to decline over time. So let's look at this idea of consistent eating. And I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. Do you skip breakfast in the morning? Do you snack in small intervals through the day? Do you skip lunch? Is dinner unplanned, late, or hurried because you find yourself hangry? Do you find yourself snacking a lot at night? Does that mid-morning or mid-afternoon slump find you reaching for that extra cup of coffee or an energy drink? If you answered yes to any of those questions, it's not a bad thing, but it does mean this idea of consistent eating needs a bit of work. But how can we take care of that at work? Here's the plan. Breakfast is literally breaking the fast. We need to put something in our body to replenish it from all the work, yes, work, that it was doing through the night, repairing, rejuvenating, and resting to prepare us for the next day. The body itself is extremely busy in our sleep, and we have to feed it to replenish those energy stores. Next is our snacks. Depending on your employer policy, you may only be able to have food in certain places and certain times, but plan for it. Have snacks prepared and ready to go so you aren't relying on someone else, what's in the break room, running out somewhere, or what's in a vending machine to avoid coming into dinner time hangry. Keep snacks stocked in your car, your bag, your desk, wherever they're convenient. And the same with lunch or whatever meal you might be eating at work. Do your best to plan ahead and have something at the ready so you aren't ordering or going out to eat all the time. I recommend to people to have a small snack late in the day when they're leaving work or on the way home, so when they get home, they have that bandwidth to be able to prepare a meal or unwind before they dive into dinner. Nighttime eating is a complaint that I hear a lot. People say they don't understand why they can't stop eating at night, even though they got full at dinner. Emotional eating triggers aside, the majority of the time, it's because you didn't eat enough through the day. Your body's simply asking for more food. We have to fuel the machine to make it go. Let's consider those slump times too. There's nothing wrong with that cup of coffee if we want to enjoy it. But I do encourage when you feel sluggish to sit back, take that deep breath, and check in with your hunger and satisfaction level. You might realize that caffeine craving, but maybe just a little nibble is gonna raise that energy level too. Finally, let's look at your environment. Now, again, depending on what's feasible provided by your employer, it's important that you remove yourself from your immediate work area for meals and snacks. Going outside to a break room or to another area provides your mind the physical separation from your work and the ability to focus on the task of nourishing your body. To really engage in a mindful eating experience, you want to be able to make your meal or snack a full sensory experience. To get away from the devices, the phones, the computers, the tablets, focus on the people around you, the experience of food itself. Ask yourself sensational questions about the temperature, the texture, the taste of your food, etc. Really, by making eating an experience, even a small snack, that mindful experience, you boost your satiation levels, which in turn allows your body processes, your hormone levels to even out throughout the day. Now, I'm going to shift over to our employers, our business owners, our HR representatives to chat about some things that we can do to improve our nutrition outcomes for our employees. I know that not all of these recommendations are feasible in every workplace and every circumstance, but some of these ideas just keep in the back of your mind to help improve the overall mindful eating habits of your employees. Have a spot designated away from employee work areas for eating that's well lit, clean, has ample seating for all. Ideally, it's got a microwave, fridge, and freezer for food storage. Provide ample times for breaks and lunch. Yes, we all know the legal standards for those breaks, but if at all possible, be a little bit more generous with that time. That allows employees not to rush with eating and taking time for other personal needs so that they can focus better on their work time. Provide on-site food options, especially if you're on a work site in an area that doesn't have food options close by. For employees that aren't prepared with their own food and snacks, having on-site food is essential for their productivity and overall wellness. These may sound like really obvious ideas, but often new and small businesses overlook these ideas or use it as a way to save costs. But in the end, it affects employee wellness, which increases company costs and productivity, healthcare and absences, and so much more. These small steps pay dividends in the end. And if you notice, at no time did I speak about nutrition in the workplace today as what you should eat. As I mentioned earlier, it's because we are so unique. So if you as an individual are feeling a little stuck as to what your optimal nutrition is, I offer a free 30-minute consultation to discuss your wellness needs, and that can be scheduled at my website, stephanieunderconstruction.com. And for employers, if you have questions about optimizing your workplace for better employee nutrition, corporate wellness education, or options that are available in bringing a wellness program to your business through one of my partners, or whether you have 1 employee or 100,000 employees, offer traditional healthcare benefits or not, contact me again through my website, stephanieunderconstruction.com, or call 602-621-3392. And again, take that time away and enjoy that food mindfully. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. I'm Nikki Nickel, and today's program was brought to you by the Lake Havasu Area Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by a special grant from the Arizona Governor's Office. For more helpful content, click on the link below, right in the description.